Hey, this is Reverend Ben, and this is your weekly video. Janae found this chalice lighting. We light this chalice in gratitude for the joy we experience when we come together, the insights we receive from one another, the challenges we encourage one another to meet, and the satisfaction we receive from listening to one another and sharing our ideas and our beliefs. Speaking of Janae, I want to thank Janae and thank the RE team for decorating the sanctuary. Those of you who were here yesterday for worship service saw all the lovely Halloween decorations. Happy Halloween to those of you who celebrate. Blessed Samhain for the pagans like me who celebrate that. And we heard about many other holidays at yesterday's fantastic worship service, Halloween and cross-cultural holidays. Um, we appreciate an individual or a team every week. And this week we're appreciating Kathy Lee. Now, Sabina nominated Kathy Lee to be appreciated this week. According to Sabina, Kathy is always there, it seems, setting up or cleaning up the kitchen, whether it's for hospitality, for special church events. And I'm more familiar with Kathy's role as one of the very few live streamers. So whatever she's doing, thank you, Kathy. We appreciate you. If you have an individual or a team to nominate for the weekly thank you, please get it to me along with your other announcements by 9 a.m. on Mondays. Now, most folks know this, but the board meeting last week approved a policy where we would lock both sets of sanctuary doors. So both the ramp doors and the main doors up the steps to the sanctuary, that we would lock those doors on Sunday mornings at 10:45. This is for safety concerns following an incident a few weeks ago where some of our children were put at risk. And it follows years of recommendations from Janae, religious education professionals, members of the safety team, and others. Our leaders right now are looking into doorbell technology, which is being used by some of our sister churches, where someone rings the bell and you can see who it is on your phone through an app. I'm not familiar with the technology, but they are looking into it. We had a nice new member class on Sunday, and we're having the second new member class this Friday because it's a very small class. So we're meeting just a few of us in my office on Friday at 1:30. So if you or someone you know want to join as a member, you must take these classes. So please come contact me and come to the class on Friday, but let me know too. And we can also reschedule if you missed class number 1 so that you'll be able to participate in the new member worship service in a few weeks. It is required to take these classes if you're going to join as a member. However, the opposite is not true. You can just take the class, but you're not committed to actually joining the congregation. And I am excited. There is one person who doesn't want to join, but does want to find out more about Unitarian Universalism, which is what we talked about on Sunday, and about the history of this particular church and its current practices, which we'll talk about on Friday at 1:30. Now, if you're the leader of a team or a committee and you want to let the folks know, again, it's a small group, but if you want to let them know what the volunteer options are, please contact me and hopefully you'll be able to be there on Friday at 1:30. And if not, you can let me know what to tell them. Now, on Saturday, we're having several events leading up to the election. These events are being sponsored by the League of Women Voters, the National Organization for Women, and a group called Faith in Florida, which I'm familiar with, but maybe you're not. I'm really excited for these events. They're using the congregation as a way to support their get out the vote efforts and their canvassing door-to-door efforts for, among other things, supporting yes on question 4. Returning abortion rights to Floridians. There will be a march sponsored by NOW I don't think it starts from here, but it will happen on Saturday, and I'm going to try to join that. And it's from 11 to noon in support of Amendment 4. Then that evening, Saturday evening on Zoom, Rebecca and I are hosting a hurricane Zoom support group for anyone who has had any damage due to the hurricane, for anyone who had to relocate because of the hurricane, or for anyone who's having any feelings at all about the hurricane. Um, I think we have been supporting one another, and this was Rebecca's idea, and I thought it was a very good one as a way to do that with a specific focus. If enough people get something out of it, we'll schedule another time. Then we'll have Sunday. It's an exciting worship service for me because it's an interfaith worship. We're starting off a new monthly theme on the practice of repair. So Sunday's worship service is about repairing democracy. Some of you know Reverend Linda McLeod from the Interfaith Society of Tampa Bay. She's going to be our guest speaker, along with some worship leaders and musicians from our crowd. And this will be followed by a time with the minister, sponsored by the Committee on Ministry, afterwards in the library. Then next week, Tuesday is Election Day. Please make your plan to vote. A lot of you voted early, so maybe you've already done so. If any of you need help getting to a polling place, please contact me or contact anyone in the church. I'm sure they will be willing to help you. A lot of you have expressed anxiety about the election, and that's understandable. A couple weeks ago from this pulpit here, I quoted Maximus from Gladiator, who in the arena said, "Whatever comes through that door, we stand a better chance of survival if we stick together." And I think no matter what the outcome of the election, we have a responsibility as the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Pete to support one another, to strengthen our connections with one another and with our community. Um, so I think that's good work to do, and I look forward to continuing to do that work with you. Then Wednesday of next week, there will be a fellowship on tap at my favorite brewery, the Gulfport Brewery, from 6 to 8 p.m. I'm fairly certain the presidential election will not be decided by then, so we will have maybe another version of of a support group where we can come together and be with one another. My office hours are the same as the hours that the office is open: Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 10 to 3. I would love to talk with you and listen to you, so please contact me if you're willing to come in and speak with me. Now, when we extinguish a chalice like this, an external flame like that, that's when we can ignite it in ourselves. And I believe that flame to be an unquenchable flame. Let's keep that flame burning until we see one another again, and let that unquenchable flame be a reminder that we are not alone. Blessings.